Alright guys, what's up? I know we're starting this video off in my car again. I know the last two videos I've done, last video that I did I was in my car. So me and my friend Christian are gonna go to this graveyard again, yes, but it's in the town called Seguin, Texas. Now if you guys know or watch Ghost Adventures, they have traveled to this town, Seguin, Texas. They investigated this hotel that's in the town, or I'm not going to tell you guys the name of the hotel because in the future I plan on going there and doing an investigation myself. But everybody knows this town is supposed to be haunted, but any town that has like a ghost history to it, or a ghost legend, or a ghost story to it, oh, it's haunted, the hotel is haunted. But I'm not saying that it isn't, but it's pretty cool that Ghost Adventures, they went there and investigated this motel. Now I'm a big fan of Ghost Adventures, so I freaked out when I went there and toured it a little bit, and then like I left not knowing that they went there. I know I suck at being a fan, but I went there and then I left, and then sure enough I watched a video about how they went there and explored and investigated that hotel, and I was like, oh my god, it's so amazing. But anyways, there's this graveyard that everybody knows in this town, and it's very old. Now I did go there with Christian a couple of days ago just to check it out, just to get a vibe for it, you know, fill it out. I've noticed it's very old, like the tombs are very old. I don't know if it's the first graveyard that this town had, I don't know that, but people that live there know this graveyard to be haunted by a man. Now the weird thing about it, this ghost that they see is a headless soldier. If you ever seen Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman, you know, that kind of gives me that kind of vibes, obviously, but like a headless soldier. Now, if I see a headless person, period, I'm gonna freak out. I mean, it's just not common that you see a headless person walk in the graveyard, you know? Now, there's also a tomb-looking grave. Now, in Texas, that's not common. I know in, like, Louisiana and more, like, the swampy areas, people do that. But here, for someone to be buried in, like, a little tomb, I say a tomb, but I could be saying it wrong. You'll see it when we get there, but for someone to be buried in something like that, they have to be very important and very rich to be buried in one of those. Well, Christian was reading it off to me a little bit, but what I can remember, this guy he used to be friends with Teddy Roosevelt. He was in this group that still is to this day. I don't want to say it because I don't want to sound stupid, so we'll just wait until we get Christian and we'll do more research about this guy, and he'll probably tell you guys more about this kid. I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to go ahead and pick up Christian. I told him I was going to pick him up like a long time ago, so we're going to go ahead, pick Christian up, and then I'll see you guys at the graveyard. Alright guys, so we made it to the cemetery. I'm out of breath because it's hot, and I changed my shirt because it's hot. So shout out to Christian for letting me use his Hawaiian shirt for this video. But anyways, we're at the cemetery right now, and it's hot, and there's no one here, thank God. But behind me, we're gonna get into that in a minute. This whole gravesite is like old and stuff, like they're from like the 1800s or, you know, farther back.
It's in your back seat.
What'd you get?
Well, I thought it was in the trunk, but all the stuff's in the back seat in the cog block.
Oh. He's trying to get all the equipment. And so we're waiting for him to get the equipment. And then once he gets the equipment, then we'll sit down and we'll do an investigation here. Go get him. Go get him, Tiger. Not with the dowsing rods on the back of his pants, just dingling. Go ahead. But yeah, I mean, if you look at this graveyard, guys, I mean, we're in the very back. But like right here next to the, where we're gonna do an investigation at, nothing but old tombs. There's one right here, just sitting here. And then here's one right here, but it's missing the top part of it. I mean, these are old. I mean, if you look at the dates. And he's a Cancer baby, so am I. So that's pretty cool. But all of these graves, they're like, I know I keep saying they're pretty old because they're old. I mean, you can just tell that they're starting to, well, I don't know what that black stuff is, but usually when something's old, like a rock, it starts to turn black, and that brownie stuff next to it. But look at these. I mean, look at that little one right there. But yeah, we're gonna go right there and investigate and see if we can get in contact with the headless soldier that's supposed to be walking here. Or people say that they see the headless soldier here. Now, I mean, there's our house, like literally like right here. House literally right there. All these are houses right there. Right there. And there's houses over there too. So people say they see him a lot walking up and down the cemetery. Now, it goes farther back down that way. But we thought this would be cool to do it right here. But we got all the ghost stuff here. Our ghost equipment. Don't look at my box. I know I cut these up wrong. Okay? Leave me alone. It all fits in there perfectly, so that's all that matters. But this tomb right here is what I was telling you guys about. Someone is like buried in here. That's very important. The REM pod's going off. But somebody's buried in here. I mean, I might be wrong, but I mean, I live in Texas. I'm from Texas, but we usually don't have tombs like that whatsoever. We don't have tombs like this or nothing. Now, they're really big in like Louisiana because of the swamps area, because of the flood. But usually in Texas, they're like this because they're very important people, and they have done, I mean, like this guy, he's worked with Teddy Roosevelt. So, I mean, it's pretty important to have his own little tomb thing, I'd say. But I mean, it's beautiful. And you can't really see into the glass right there. It's all like smudged. I hear you, Cal. I hear you. But we're gonna go back over here a little bit and see what's over here, because I didn't get to explore it when I was here. Well, this part, but it's probably nothing. Yep, nothing. It just shows you the family's backyard right there. Alright, cool. Telling them about someone being buried in a tomb like that, like it's not common.
So mainly like for stuff like this, like above ground burial is real popular in like marshlands, just because the ground's real wet. So if it starts raining, the coffins were starting to come up, just like raise to the surface. So in Texas, it's so dry here. It's not really you don't really do that. So
for him to be buried,
it just means importance. Like it was an important person. They got a whole room dedicated to themselves instead of just a plot.
Yeah.
That thing's going nuts.
Yeah, the REM pod.
But was it Eugene Nolt? I think is his name.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So supposedly, or he was, father was mainly in the Democratic Party, but he was strongly Republican, and he was appointed by Theodore Roosevelt in 1901 for the West Texas Synod.
Yeah, for someone to be buried in a tomb like this in Texas, like, they have to be important. But okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and set this stuff down and do an investigation here and see what we can get. Okay, now it is, but I'll have to get everything situated.
Get that situated.
You know what? I'm gonna put this. Right there. Okay. It's really hot. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and do a spirit box first. And then see if we can get any voices from that. And then after that, we'll do some dowsing rods and stuff like that. Now if you guys see things behind us or anything, let us know. Bro, I am sweating. It's hot. Like it
was
really
91 when we got out of the car.
It really is hot.
Texas, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the spirit box. Okay, if there's any spirits that would love to communicate with us, you can. Please step forward. I'm about to turn on the Ghost Box app. Now what this does, it lets me hear your voice. It scans through radio statics or stations, and it'll let me hear your voice. So if you have anything to say, please feel free to use the device to communicate with us. Is that going on? No. I don't feel anything here though. Like I just feel like it just feels
like a bunch of holes in the ground.
Ah.
It just feels calm. Like it just feels normal.
Yeah. So I have two different Ghost Box apps that I use in every single video. And if you've watched my video or watched my videos, we get really good responses out of them. So we're gonna go ahead and use the first one. Alright, like I said, if there's any spirits that would like to communicate with us, please step forward now. Can you tell me your name, please? Can you repeat? Can you tell me your name again? I don't know if they can hear that. I mean, I have a Bluetooth speaker, but
Not being real much.
Pretty?
That's what I heard.
Pretty?
Pretty or Brittany?
There's ants over me. Can you tell me your name, please? Bandy? Did they say Doug?
I didn't hear it if it did.
Yeah. Doug, why are you following me? Doug, why are you following me? Tree again. I heard tree last time. Yeah. Well, I know you're here. Can you tell me your name? I might have to turn on the Bluetooth speaker. Because I can't quite hear him. Yeah. Do you want us to leave? Nope. Did you hear that? Nope. Well, can you tell me your name? Try to make it clear for us, okay? Nope. Can you make the K2 meter spike for me? That's in my hand. Can you make the K2 meter spike in my hand, please? That was like not a pleasant. If you are negative, you are not allowed to come communicate with us. You need to leave. You are not allowed to communicate with us. You are not allowed to be near us, to touch us, to use our energy or nothing. We only want to communicate with spirits that are positive, good, and that want to communicate with us. I don't know if they can hear this. What are you doing? Oh, what?
No, that little ant's carrying that thing. Look. No, go back.
He's over here messing with ants.
Sorry, it was cool. I'm just not hearing anything.
That just went up. Look. Can you make the K2 meter go off for me that's in the middle of us? Don't. Can you tell me the name of this town? Can you tell me your name? D. Did you say D? C. C. I don't know if that means like C as in yes or like C like in luck. Do you want us to leave? That thing just spiked. Look at it. The K2 meter is going off right now. I just said God. Are you making the K2 meter spike right now? Yes. Did you hear that? Can you make it go to red for me? No. You don't have to if you don't want to, but...
That was a different one.
Yeah. There's a REM pod behind me. If you can make that thing go off, that'd be really cool because we haven't had it go off yet. So they say there's a headless soldier here looking for his head. Is that, did that just say me? When I was talking? Me? I have to, yeah. Yep. What is your name? It's a little kid. It's spiking again.
I think it's because your phone's in. Move your phone away from it.
So the headless soldier that walks this graveyard, what's your name? People say they see you a lot. They say that his head was blown off by a cannon and that he's looking for his head. That's why he walks up and down the graveyard.
Does it be gone?
No. I have to listen to it and editing and see if we can get. Cause I'm just looking around right now, like trying to make sure. Not really paying attention to the ghost box. I'm sure. Hopefully they can hear it really good. Do you like our Hawaiian shirts that we're wearing? Yes. Well, thank you. It's very comfortable. I mean, it's really biggy on me, but I like it.
You're not big on me.
Can you tell me my name? Did I just say faggot? Well, I had a lot of them cuss at me last video, and one called me a P word.
No.
Yeah. Can you tell me the person that's sitting next to me's name? Chris, I heard that. So the guy that's buried in this tomb right here, can you tell me your name?
Fag.
I just said it too. So the headless soldier, I really want to talk to you if that's okay. That's the reason why we came out here.
What if he's not friendly? Told him to stay away.
Oh yeah. Tree. What is that? That's like the only time that I have tree. Last video I had tree too. What do you mean by tree? Like, is that your last name or what? Yeah. I know we're getting eaten by mosquitoes and ants right now. Dang me? Or did you listen? That was the same voice. Guys, if you can hear stuff that I didn't catch right now or in editing, please let me know in the comments. Hello? Anything you want to say?
Feeling anything?
I know, it just feels very calm.
I don't know if it's because it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon or.
But even last time we came here, it still felt calm. Which is a good thing. I don't want it to feel negative, you know. Oh.
Like even when we were messing around with the dowsing rods a little bit when we got here, yeah, so there's something here if it could make them cross.
And nothing.
They didn't even move.